Scott has been clear that shipping furniture to Hawaii is for the most part a bad idea. Dylan has mentioned that if you're going to do it like on a whole container basis. But what about a car? And if you ship a car to Hawaii, to all cargo freighters like Matson go through the port of Honolulu and then have to be transferred to another freighter to end up at Kauai, Maui, or the Big Island. So that's Tom's question about shipping a car. So let's talk about a couple of those issues on shipping a car. So Tom, quickly, first of all, shipping a car is you have to kind of do your own math and kind of figure out if you have the right kind of car and think about what you could sell it for and what you would pay for a car in Hawaii. Right now, the used car market's kind of crazy, so it might be worth it. You're looking at $3,000 to ship a car to Hawaii, and yes, all shipping comes first. If I'm not mistaken, please, and I'm going to have my friends correct me if I'm wrong. All automobile shipping comes first into the port of Honolulu, and then you get on another barge. Typically, I believe it's Young Brothers. They may be the exclusive inter-island shipping company, but you get on Young Brothers and you ship your car to the island. So that's the way that basically works. What else, Dylan? Anything? If I was going to ship something to the Big Island, is there anything else that I need to know about as far as shipping a car to the Big Island?
No, process wise, that's correct. I think the prices have gone up over the last year. I know previously the last truck I bought from Oregon and shipped it here because I saved $7,000 to $10,000 on the purchase price and paid the $1,000 to ship it. So there is some value potentially to shipping a car here, depending on the car. But you should shop around because we have somewhat of a monopoly here on the dealerships, and so there is a premium to buying cars here. And if you can get it cheaper on the mainland or you have your car paid off, it may be worthwhile just to ship it over.
Yeah, and if we're gonna, we can branch on that topic a little bit. If you do buy a car, Dylan, there's a tax agreement between certain states, right? So if you buy the car on some X state, you still have to pay either the general excise, the Hawaii general excise tax, or some kind of you don't avoid the tax, but you get a lower price presumably. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, got it. Good. Heidi, is there anything else I should know if I'm going to ship a car to Maui?
I mean, not really. You covered it. I mean, all cars here, they come from somewhere else anyway.
Yep.
Just if you're moving, I mean, maybe most people know this, but sometimes we've been asked no, you can't just put all your suitcases and everything in your car and ship your car. They don't let you do that.
Good one. We get that a lot. I get that a lot. Can I stuff my van? If I'm not mistaken, you even have to have your gas tank like no more than 1/4 full of gas. So you can't even fill your gas tank, for crying out loud. Scott, any words of wisdom we need to add to Tom, who's looking to ship his car here?
Yeah, I just had this conversation 3 days ago. Person had moved over here from Reno. They were looking at shipping 2 cars. And if they drove the cars to like LA to ship out of the port directly, then it was $1,500 here to Oahu. They had 2 cars, so it'd be $3,000. But if they shipped it from Reno to LA, then LA out of the port, it would have been $3,000 per car. So they decided to sell 1 car, drove the other one to LA, had it shipped, and then they're going to buy a second one here, save them quite a bit of money.
I got to tell you, as someone, when I first moved here in the mid '80s, that's basically what I did. I had my car, and I had this phenomenal, cool, awesome adventure. I did a cross country trip. This was from Chicago and to San Francisco, and dropped off the car at the dock. It was a great adventure. Let's see, we got a couple of people here with us. Hey, Wes is an alumni of the Islander Ohana. Welcome, Wes. Good to see you, buddy. Say hi to Jess for me. Joyce says shipping to a car from Oakland. Yeah, it took less than 10 days for $1,200 to pick it up in Hilo. That's a good. I'm going to call that a good deal from Oakland to Hilo, because you got the Oahu leg and you got the Hilo leg. That's awesome. I had a great experience, by the way. The car, the famous star of the show, that Porsche, my convertible Porsche, came actually, Dylan, from the Big Island. It was I picked it up. I flew into Kona, picked it up, drove it across the island. Had a great road trip. I dropped it off in Hilo and showed up on my doorstep. Rhonda says I shipped furniture from Texas to Oahu with 2/3 of my shipment didn't even show up. Ouch. My trucks were only $2,200 each. Sorry about that, Rhonda. That's not what we want to have happening. All right. Let's see here. What's moving on now? Let's see. It's 9:30. Okay, we got a little bit. I'm watching our time over here. Tom, shipping from East Coast is pricey. Probably will buy. Yeah, or Tom, do the cross country trip, man. It's a great trip. See the USA, man. It's a great way to go.